It's something most men don't talk about, even though it weighs heavily on their minds, especially after 60. But here's a number that might surprise you. Over 50% of men past this age experience some form of erectile dysfunction. Not just once in a while, but often enough that it starts to affect their confidence, their relationships, and even how they see themselves. And yet, many feel like they have no real choice. Either turn to pills with side effects, or silently accept a slow decline they've been told is just part of aging. But what if that wasn't entirely true? What if nature had already given us a way to support performance and vitality without prescriptions or complicated routines? Imagine this, a handful of something as simple as nuts. Yes, the kind you'd find in your pantry could help you naturally improve blood flow, support healthy testosterone, and even boost your energy and desire. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But science is catching up with what many traditional cultures have known for centuries. Certain foods, when eaten regularly and in the right way, can help your body do what it was designed to do, even as the years pass. And when it comes to sexual health, there are a few standout superstars hiding in plain sight. This isn't about magic cures or empty promises. It's about understanding how your body changes and how smart nutrition can gently but powerfully support the systems that matter most. We'll explore three specific nuts that research has linked to better erections, stronger blood flow, and greater vitality in men over 60. One of them improved erection scores by more than 50% in a matter of weeks. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use them simply, safely, and naturally. Ready to find out what they are? Let's start by understanding what's really going on in your body after 60. After 60, a man's body goes through some noticeable changes, but many of them happen quietly, under the surface. You might not feel them all at once, but over time, they show up in ways that are hard to ignore. Less morning energy, slower recovery, and yes, more challenges in the bedroom. The truth is, these changes are mostly linked to a gradual decline in three key areas: testosterone levels, blood flow, and the flexibility of blood vessels. And when all three start to slip, performance tends to follow. Testosterone naturally decreases with age, about 1% each year after your 30s. By the time you're in your 60s, it can be significantly lower than it once was. That matters because testosterone isn't just about libido. It supports mood, stamina, and even your body's ability to maintain healthy muscle mass. On top of that, aging arteries tend to stiffen, making it harder for blood to move freely, especially to areas that need it most during arousal. This reduction in circulation is one of the most overlooked reasons for performance issues. And then there's nitric oxide, a tiny molecule with a big job. It's what tells your blood vessels to relax and open up. But nitric oxide production also drops as you get older, making it harder to achieve and maintain firmness, even if desire is still strong. It's not about willpower. It's about chemistry and circulation. The problem is, most men never hear this in such simple terms. They're just handed a little blue pill and sent on their way. But there's a big difference between temporarily forcing a result and naturally supporting your body's own systems, especially when the right nutrients can actually improve those internal functions over time. That's where nutrition comes in, and why the next part might surprise you. Here's where things get real. Because ignoring these changes, hoping they'll pass, or trying to push through them often leads to more than just frustration. When blood flow weakens and testosterone stays low, it's not just your sex life that suffers. Over time, your confidence takes a hit. Your sense of vitality fades. And for many men, that can spiral into something deeper: strained intimacy, withdrawal, even depression. It becomes easy to feel like you're aging faster than you should be. And here's the hard truth: when the underlying systems go unsupported, the body starts to adapt in ways that make things worse. Reduced erections can mean reduced oxygen delivery to the tissue, which can lead to further dysfunction. Lower testosterone contributes to more belly fat, which in turn produces even more estrogen-like compounds, tipping the balance even further out of your favor. It's a vicious cycle, and it often goes unspoken. Not because men don't care, but because they feel like they've run out of safe, effective options. Then there's the over-reliance on pharmaceutical solutions. While medications like Viagra or Cialis can work temporarily, they don't fix the root problem. They don't improve your vascular health. They don't raise your natural hormone levels. And they come with side effects, headaches, flushing, vision changes, not to mention the loss of spontaneity that so many men quietly miss. What's worse is the false belief that this is just how it has to be. That after 60, desire fades, function declines, and you're supposed to just accept it. But aging doesn't mean giving up your vitality. Not when the science is clear. Your body still responds to the right support. And sometimes the answer is as close as your kitchen shelf. Because certain natural foods, especially a few specific nuts, can help you shift that downward trend in a very real, measurable way. Let's talk about the good news, and it comes in a surprisingly simple form: nuts. Not just any snack, but specific varieties that pack a unique combination of nutrients proven to support male sexual health after 60. We're not talking about vague superfoods here. We're talking about clinically studied, nutrient-dense powerhouses that work with your body to support better blood flow, hormone balance, and sexual vitality. Let's count down the top 3 that deserve a place in your daily routine. Number 3, almonds. These are rich in magnesium, a mineral that helps regulate testosterone levels and supports nerve function. They also contain healthy fats and vitamin E, which protect cells from oxidative stress, something that ramps up as we age. Just a small handful a day, around 10 to 12 almonds, can support both your heart and your hormones. Number 2, walnuts. Think of these as circulation boosters. Walnuts are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which help improve blood vessel flexibility and reduce inflammation. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that regular walnut consumption improved endothelial function. That's the lining of your blood vessels, which plays a key role in erections. Try adding about a quarter cup of walnuts to your breakfast or as an afternoon snack. And at number 1, pistachios. These are the real MVP when it comes to performance. In one clinical trial, men who ate just over 3 ounces of pistachios a day for 3 weeks saw more than a 50% improvement in erectile function scores. Why? Pistachios are rich in L-arginine, an amino acid that boosts nitric oxide production, critical for strong, sustained blood flow. They also help with cholesterol balance, which further supports circulation. The best part? These nuts don't just work in isolation, they work with your lifestyle. No prescriptions, no pressure. Just 1 or 2 mindful servings a day, and your body starts getting what it needs to perform like it remembers how. Here's the part that most men don't realize until they experience it for themselves. This kind of change doesn't have to be dramatic or difficult. You're not overhauling your entire life. You're making one smart, consistent choice each day, and over time, your body responds. That's the beauty of real food. It doesn't force, it supports. And when you nourish your body with something as simple as a few key nuts, you're actually telling your systems, hey, I'm with you. Let's work together. You might start noticing subtle shifts: more energy in the morning, better mental focus, a stronger sense of drive, not just sexually, but in how you move through the day. Then there are the deeper changes: improved blood pressure, steadier hormone levels, and yes, better, more consistent sexual function. These aren't side effects. They're signs that your body is getting back into balance. And it's not just about performance, it's about confidence. That quiet strength that comes from knowing you're doing something good for yourself. You're not waiting for the next decline or relying on a last-minute fix. You're building a foundation, naturally, steadily, and safely. And you're doing it on your terms. Of course, no single food is a magic bullet. But when you combine these nuts with a bit of movement, good sleep, and hydration, they become part of a powerful support system for your health. It's not about restriction or rules, it's about choice. Choosing to eat with intention. Choosing to support your circulation, your hormones, your vitality. Because even after 60, your body is still listening, still capable of change, still capable of passion, connection, and strength. And when you give it the right tools, it's amazing how much life you can feel coming back. There's something incredibly empowering about knowing you're not stuck. That even now at 60, 65, 70, you can still take charge of how you feel, how you function, and how you connect. We've been told for too long that aging means settling. That vitality fades and intimacy becomes a thing of the past. But the truth is, your body still responds. not to hype or shortcuts, but to real nourishment and intentional care. And something as small as a handful of the right nuts each day, that's not just a snack. That's a signal to your body that you're not giving up, you're showing up. You don't need to become a health guru or live on kale smoothies. You just need to listen. Pay attention to how your body feels when it gets what it needs. Start with those pistachios, walnuts, and almonds. Keep them where you'll actually reach for them. Bring a small bag when you leave the house. Add them to your yogurt, your salad, or just enjoy them plain. The point isn't perfection, it's consistency. And with that consistency comes change. You've already faced down life's big transitions. You've built things. You've overcome. And now, this stage of life can be just as full of strength, connection, and yes, real satisfaction when you give yourself the right kind of support. Because sexual health isn't about vanity, it's about vitality. It's about feeling connected to your body, your partner, your life. It's about remembering that you're still here and there's still so much more to feel and experience. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring the man you are now and giving him the care he deserves. And that starts with small, daily choices that say, I'm not done. I'm just getting started. So if there's one thing I hope you take away from this, it's this. Your body hasn't given up on you. And you shouldn't give up on it. The science is clear, the solutions are simple, and the potential is still alive. You've just got to reach for it. A handful of pistachios, walnuts, or almonds isn't just about boosting blood flow or supporting testosterone. It's about reclaiming a part of yourself that may have felt out of reach. And doing it in a way that's natural, sustainable, and entirely in your control. You don't need to wait for symptoms to get worse. You don't need to accept quiet frustration as your new normal. Today, you can make a small shift. Open the pantry. Grab the right nuts. Make that choice not just once, but every day. Give your body the consistent support it's quietly asking for. Because that consistency builds momentum, and momentum builds change. Let this be the beginning of something. Not a quick fix, but a quiet revolution inside your own life. Where strength returns. Where energy rises. Where intimacy feels possible again. This is the kind of change that doesn't just show up in the bedroom. It shows up in your smile, your step, your sense of who you are. You've earned this. Not by doing more, but by deciding to care, really care, about what you're capable of. Let food be your ally. Let nature remind you that vitality doesn't expire. And if this message struck a chord with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a brother, someone who might be quietly facing the same struggle. Because we don't talk about this enough, but we should. You're not alone. And the way forward is simpler than you think.